Hi neighbors. I'm out here in the studio and I wanted to show you where we're at currently. As some of you may know, I am turning my garage it's a one-car garage detached, into a studio space for my sister and I to do our projects, crafts, sewing. We have live shows in here, live auctions in here. I can share all the details of that with you, but to save money and time and effort and stuff, we wanted to cover this spray foam insulation with spray paint. Now, I didn't want to spend a lot of money on the ceiling necessarily, so I bought this cheap, quick color. I've used this for metal, wood, other things. But what happens is it doesn't color, it doesn't adhere. So it remains tacky after a couple of hours, and it's not black and glossy like we wanted it to be. So that's trying not to make you dizzy. This was siding that was left from my house project, and of course we got it on here and we were gonna paint it, but there's faced insulation. So there's, the fluffy stuff, faced insulation that's stuffed into these eaves here, and then these boards were supposed to catch the insulation and then be sprayed over, but the spray paint's not working. So we've got to do something with the way this looks. Now, when we video in here, no one will be able to see the ceiling, but when I measured for the sheetrock, we bought 12-foot sheets of sheetrock, and this garage is 22 feet long and 14 feet wide. So my measurements were to cut them in half, go up to this 6-foot height. Then we would have this shelf space to store little trinkets, decorations, whatever, and this would be black up here. Well, the black isn't going to work. Fine, whatever. So we have 8-foot, 6-foot, and 4-foot sheets because, remember correctly, I was working on cutting this sheetrock in 50 to 60 mile per hour winds. So we had a week of high wind, heavy rain. Now we're flooded outside and the temperature has dropped significantly. So I have the heat mats on my seedlings. I'll give you a greenhouse tour. But I had to frantically, with the carpenter that was here working with me, cut these down to size and schlep them in here. Literally, it came a huge rain like 3 minutes after we schlepped the last piece of drywall in here. Crazy. So what I'm going to do is, my sweetie, he's so wonderful. He's going to help me put whatever drywall, sheetrock, whatever you want to call it, back here, and then maybe we won't cover the whole ceiling to the doors, but we'll be able to paint it. And it may be black, it may be white, I'm not sure. We're literally using materials that we had here. Like this leftover siding to cover the eaves. This spray foam was kind of expensive. And I do notice a little bit of difference in the temperature when I have the little heater, the air conditioner on in here, depending on, like right now it's only 46 degrees outside. But walking around, you can see. So this is everything in the studio covered in plastic. And this is, like our cutting tools. This box here is our mannequin that we show some of the products on in the live sales. We have our work desk and some stored supplies, canning supplies, stuff like that out here in the studio. But this is what it looks like right now. And that blue tarp was over the freezer, and the freezer needs to go into the house. So this is what it's looking like right now. And this is our air and heat. This does like 300 to 400 square feet. So you cut a hole in the wall or through a window, you put the hose out and any moisture goes out there, and then it heats as well. So that should be fine because this is like 305 square feet roughly. So this little portable unit should work great. And then, you know, we're lucky to have 4 seasons here in Arkansas, so we'll only need it in the extreme times. Maybe down the road we'll put a gas heater in here or something that can really pump out the heat. But I am super stoked about this. So if you can tell, those 2 doors come together. The gal that owned this house before the last guy put these in as cottage style, and they swing out like big open cottage doors. So we're going to leave one of them like that so we can move big items in and out. But then this one on this side will become stationary, and it'll have a door cut into it. And I know I'm crap at explaining stuff, but we'll just be able to open, lock, and open one door to come in. So yeah, and I'm just leaving these lights up here, and yeah, just wanted to show you around. Oh yeah, the electricity. So we just left this more industrial with, you know, the cords will be tucked back behind that wall, but we left the boxes exposed. And let's see, go over here, not injure myself. So, you know, these are the original pillars for the garage, and we left those exposed, and we brought the sheetrock right up to those. And then I'll probably take these covers off because we were going to recess them into the drywall, but I'll take the covers off and they'll just be, you know, the gray industrial pieces. Maybe spray paint them or something. But see, like that spray foam, just crazy town. I mean, this is the kind that we used. Thermcoat, thermal and acoustic installation, and every single bottle has this attachment on it. So it will tilt for the wall, or it will spray 45 degrees up to the ceiling. So you have the can, and then down here, oh Lord. If you buy it as a set, then you get the gun with it. And so you put the bottle upside down on here, and you want it upside down. If you're spraying direct, you have one nozzle. And if you're spraying above your head, then you need the 45 degree or 90 degree angle from the tip that comes on the bottle. So a 12
Oh, upside down shit.
So a 12 pack of this, what I bought, does 240 board feet. And I didn't measure exactly, but we used every single drop. And you can see it doesn't evenly spray. I mean, it has gaps. So I think for a small closet or a small closet, add-on room, maybe straight walls. But when you're doing the ceiling, I'm not so sure. I will link the product down below, and you can decide for yourself. But I'm on the fence. It's not paintable, so you need to cover it up. Keep that in mind. I did try a white spray paint on another section, the Rust-Oleum, that's like the primer and paint in one, and it still did that speckly. It's just, I would prefer it to be painted if it was going to be exposed. Now, if we had metal beams in here and we had this, we could totally do the exposed air conditioning and the whole industrial look, but that's not what style this garage is. So it limits kind of the studio with, you know, what we're going to do with the boards and everything. So I'm happy with it. I'm excited with the way that it's going to look when it's all done. But here's a sneak peek for you guys, and I hope you're having a good day. And this is Kelly at Whisker Ridge. See you soon, neighbor.